that goes a long way to tell me to be a governor of a state is carrying the burden of the state on your head. No rest for you until everything is settled. So I really appreciate him. I love him as a father, and of course that is why in Akwa Ibom today we tagged him the father of the modern democracy in Akwa Ibom State.
See, His Excellency has a way of intellectually stimulating his workers, and I know for sure I've been interacting with a lot of the former staff of His Excellency. They are now in different areas, thriving in different areas, because Victor Attah stimulated a lot in all of us. You must grow. You should grow. He gives you some air. There's air around him. There's an air around him that gives you that momentum. And I think on a personal note, it energized me to bridge building across various political divides.
Throughout his years in office, his wife, Nenyin Alison Attah, was his partner in service. She championed maternal health, women's development, and through her Child Development Trust Fund, waged war against child malnutrition and generally promoted child welfare. She helped institutionalize the Millennium Development Goals in the state. Their partnership was not ceremonial. It was the quiet heart of his leadership.
Having come to this family, I have lost practically nothing, because when my mother-in-law was alive, I found a home. And even in the absence of my mother-in-law, I still found a home. My father-in-law, Obong is a man of goodwill. And he has made me to regret him having association with that family.
On October 29, 2012, he suffered the passing of his beloved Alison after a long illness. It was grief that reshaped the world. Yet, he carried forward, steady, reflective, faithful, after years marked by deep solitude following the loss of his beloved Nenyin Alison. Faith stirred once more.
That can bring a lot of development and progress to Nigeria.
You know, he ran for presidency, and I saw, because I was practically involved, I saw his relationship with people in the north, with people in the southwest, with people in the southeast, and of course with his people of Niger Delta. He loved his Niger Delta so very much, and I know in some states they call him Attah. Attah in Ibibio means father. They call him father because of the kind of what a lot of transformational, visionary impulse he made to the state.
You are a leader by excellence, and you lead by example. The way and manner you've carried yourself outside office, the respect you garner together, and so much honor ascribed to who you are, with your simplicity. And the honor after office should be highly emulated after.
Calling still for true fiscal federalism, equity, and full resource control, not for self, but for principle. Some build for today, some build for applause, but a few build for generations. His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, is one of those few. The man who designed a state, guided its awakening, and helped shape its future. A leader of thought, a gentleman of courage, a father in every sense of the word.
Well, I wish to take this opportunity to wish my friend and brother Obong for reaching the age of 87. He didn't look it though, but we thank God for his life, and we thank God for all the good works he has done for the country. Many happy returns of the day.
On behalf of the Council of President of Nigeria, I want to express profound gratitude to a retired but not tired active government official, the capacity of His Excellency, the governor, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State.
So we wish our great father
a very happy birthday.
Very happy birthday.
Long life.
Long life.
Happiness. More joy.
I want God to give him any of his heart's desire.
Yeah. So happy birthday, long life.
Happy birthday.
At 87, we do not merely celebrate his years, we celebrate his legacy and the future it continues to illuminate.
Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that having to compress 87 years into 25 minutes is no mean feat. But I believe that documentary gives us a sneak preview into the life of this very remarkable gentleman. Can we please put our hands together one more time and celebrate His Excellency Architect Obong Victor Attah. It is an event for celebration, and I have been permitted by the chairman of the planning committee to effect a very brief change in the program so we can accommodate some of the exigencies of these events. And at this point, we're going to go and do the cake cutting. But just before then, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of the following persons. I would run through very quickly so that we can applaud them at the end. Her Excellency Senator Pauline Talon, former Deputy Governor of Plateau State, is here. Former Minister of External Affairs, Major General Ike Nwachukwu, welcome you, sir. Former Minister Dr. Obi Ezekwesili will welcome you. We welcome the current Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa. And of course, you would know that since His Excellency the Celebrator is an architect and a former president of the Nigeria Institute of Architects, there are quite a lot of architects in this building, including the Honorable Minister. We welcome you, sir. We welcome, of course, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, represented here by the Right Honorable Uyime Idem, Member, Chairman House Committee on Public Procurement. Welcome distinguished Senator Florence Itagewa, who is here. I had earlier recognized the first military governor of Akwa Ibom State, Senator Jonathan Tunde Ubeha, who is here with us. The last military governor of Akwa Ibom State has also joined us here, Group Captain E.J. Ibiye, retired. And the one who served between the first and the last, Colonel Yakubu Bako, retired, is also here. We welcome and we thank all of them for being part of this event. Speaker of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Demotong, is here with a host of members of his team. And we welcome also the former DG of the NBC, the Kobun and Sokoto, Danladi Bako. We welcome you, sir. And we also welcome all of the very important guests, including representation from the Mbogo Mparawa Ibibio. The part of this documentary that we did not add is that His Excellency is a gentleman who a lot of what happened in Akwa Ibom during his time have laid the foundation for the Akwa Ibom of today. One of the people who worked with him as commissioner is now Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The current governor of Akwa Ibom State was a chairman of a board under his administration. The current deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State, who is here, was a commissioner under his administration. The former minister of Niger Delta, who is here, was commissioner of finance under his administration. And a whole lot more people can trace their public service history to being identified by this very excellent gentleman. His former SSG is here, and practically all the members of his EXCO that are around the country are here at this event. We thank them and we welcome you. But I can tell you that is not something that very many people can boast about. There are people who, 18 years after leaving office, they will struggle to find one person who worked with them. But for His Excellency Obong Attah, practically all of the people that work with him are here. Please celebrate him one more time, ladies and gentlemen, as we move quickly to the cake ceremonies. And we want to respectfully invite the following to please join His Excellency. Of course, His Excellency, today is his 87th birthday, and we will crave the indulgence of His Excellency. Since there are three very big persons that the birthday falls on November 20, we actually had a massive cake, a 3-in-1 cake as it were, made. So His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, the one we're gathered to celebrate, he turns 87 today. And if you are not yet 87, please applaud him as he comes forward with his wife. He's coming forward with his wife. Thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he's not the only one. I think today is a birthday of remarkable leaders, because the chairman on this occasion and the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, also marks his birthday today. So please, he was taken into consideration when that massive cake was being baked. That cake is almost as big as Aso Rock Villa. We want to invite His Excellency, yes, to please join in cutting the cake. The Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas, the Right Honorable Ekpe, who also worked with Obong Attah. Today is his birthday also, and his better half, Lady Sedmbom, is also here. They will join. Please put your hands together for them. Let me respectfully invite Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, representing His Excellency, the Governor, to please join. Like I said, she was a commissioner under Obong Attah's administration. Senator Dr. Akon Eyarenyi, kindly join. We also want to welcome to also join the chairman of the planning committee of this event, Ambassador Godnose Igali. Thank you very much. Please kindly come forward. And we invite the children of His Excellency that are here, the children of His Excellency that are here to please join. That is all that we have space for. If today is your birthday, today is your birthday, please raise your hand. If you were born on November 20. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have been directed to invite King Alfred Detespif to please join. Thank you very much. King Alfred Detespif, please put your hands together for His Royal Majesty. Thank you. If today is your birthday, please let me see your hand. Okay, I see. The only people that have their birthday today is either former governors, former presidents, or current ministers. So the rest of us, today is not our birthday. Okay, the children are joining. And yes, that is Chris and of course Dr. Eno, both of whom are joining for this cake cutting event. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since there are very many persons that are there, neither myself nor any of the people on this microphone have the qualification to moderate the cake cutting ceremony. So allow me to invite a very close friend of His Excellency, of course, who worked as a colleague and governor of his own state during the class of 99 governors, His Excellency Chief Lucky Ibenedion, to please come forward, and he will take them through the cake cutting. Chief Lucky Ibenedion, His Excellency, former governor of Edo State. Thank you very much. Chief Ibenedion will have the wireless microphone, and as he deems fit, he will conduct this cake cutting ceremony from wherever it is that he stands, as long as it is not in front of the cake, for his safety and for the safety of the people who will be holding the knife. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the cake cutting ceremonies. Your Excellency, you may proceed. Control, please. Can we have His Excellency's microphone given some sound? I think you have another one there. Yes, thank you.
Your Excellency, our former President Jonathan, Your Excellency, my senior brother and the leader of Niger Delta, Architect Obong Attah, and of course the Minister of Gas, the trio who are celebrating their birthday today, the 20th of November 2025. But today, or this moment, even though today is a special day for the three of them, but this moment belongs to our own very Obong Attah, who is an excellent architect, father, husband, and a blessed man. When they were reeling out the documentary, many of his achievements were mentioned, but they didn't mention how he enjoys life. Nobody. So, Mr. President, sir, with your kind permission, I know later on we'll also come and cut your cake, but this huge cake that says Obong Attah, architect of new democratic dawn at 87, I want you to please place your hand on the knife, along with your wife. Yeah. And what we are going to do is to wish you a blessing for the future. And the way we are going to do that is by the time I count up to 90, you cut the cake, because that's the next significant milestone we want to see you celebrate. So when you hear 90, you cut the cake, please. 87, 88, 89, 90. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Please, I request that you just remain. All the people who came out to cut the cake, please, we'll allow. Can we ask the family members, the children, to please just step aside while their excellencies take a picture? We will respectfully request His Excellency President Goodluck to just remain standing one more time. The children, please, they just step aside briefly. They will be invited back. They'll be invited back. Thank you very much. That is another picture. Thank you very much. I believe the photographers have had their fill. Thank you. Let me respectfully request all the people not celebrating in that group today to kindly return to their seats if they don't mind. Only the celebrating will remain with just another picture we'll take. Thank you. Yes, Your Excellency, please. Yes. Just one more, yeah. Just one more. Just one more. Thank you. Yes. His Excellency's wife, if it's His Excellency's birthday, it's also her birthday. We share our joys, and of course, yes. Thank you very much. And then, of course, the last picture would just be His Excellency Obong Attah and wife. Last but one, I should say. Yes. Raise your hand if you've seen a bigger cake in this country. I think it shows the size of the gentleman's large-heartedness. Thank you very much. No, Your Excellency will remain. Madam will please go to her seat. Yes, thank you very much. Can we have the music brought down a little bit? Yes, we know that Vietnam really was invited to the party. Your Excellency, the last picture will be that of you. Yes. His Excellency Obong Attah, the photographers are waiting for you. We acknowledge the presence of the Excellency, His Royal Highness Abuja, who has joined us at this event and who is exchanging pleasantries. Yes, Your Excellency, one last picture in the middle. Control, can we bring down the volume of the song, please? Yes. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The children, please. Your Excellency, please, just one more. The children can come back now. The children can come back. And since they are not as, we would expect them to come back quickly. The children, please. Yes. We had to do this so that we can manage the space. Okay, Chris is walking briskly down. The children of His Excellency, please. Chris and the wife, and then of course Felicia and the husband, please. Can we have them come back and join their father? That is about the last photograph we will have here. And then of course the daughter and the husband are also making their way. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I had earlier said that we have a lot of architects in this building. The President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects is here. We welcome you. Let me remind us that the chairman of the planning committee himself, a very senior foreign service officer, retired but not tired, and of course a protocol expert, had given us a caveat as to how recognitions can be done. But Mr. Chairman, sir, of course, as MCs, we come under a lot of pressure to do recognitions. So all those who want to be recognized, ambassadors communicate using notes verbal. Send a note verbal to the chairman of the committee, and once he approves, your recognition will come through. So don't hold it against us. This is the last one for now. Ladies and gentlemen, can we celebrate His Excellency and his family as they return to their seats? Thank you very much. Please, we will not have the time for people to take individual pictures. Thank you. Thank you. We will not have the time, sir. Thank you very much. Hey, well, good to see you. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we thank very specially the chairman on this occasion, His Excellency President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR. He is here to honor his friend and of course the man he referred to as one of his mentors. But like it was announced at the beginning of this event, he has another event to attend today which is personal to him because today is his birthday. So we'll please at this point permit His Excellency, the former president and chairman of this occasion, to take his leave while we continue with the rest of the event. We acknowledge the presence of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, represented here by the Right Honorable Yima Idem. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday. Wish you very many more years, the minimum of which must be 87 because you have been at this event. The minimum of which must be 87. Thank you very much. He is on his way out. And then we will continue with this event. We will continue with the event. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may please resume your seats. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I had earlier said that we have a good number of architects here. So allow me to request, if you're an architect here, please show by raising your hand. All of those who are architects, please show by raising your hand. Okay, yes, quite a lot of them, including the Honorable Minister. But then I think we also have got other professionals here. Do we have any medical doctors here? We have any medical doctors? Oh yes, the former Commissioner for Health for Obong, Attah. We have journalists also. We have a host of other professionals here. We have public servants. We have foreign service officers. We have the clergy. And there is this debate about whether politics is a profession. I was about to ask if we have any career politicians here. But then we will let that be for now because we have people who are professionals in other fields but have become politicians by virtue of their call to public service. As we please request that we resume our seats, let me acknowledge the presence of the single Senator Emmanuel Bogasian, who has just joined us. So welcome. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you. I had earlier said that the Mbogon Parawa Ibibio is here, the umbrella body of the Ibibios in Akwa Ibom State, and of course the pioneer body. Thank you very much. We will continue with this event, and I want to please request that all of us sit back and listen to the book review, because we are here not just to celebrate His Excellency's birthday, but to publicly present a book written in his honor. The title of the book, Architects of a New Democratic Dawn. We kindly request all the people who want to come and exchange pleasantries to kindly wait until when the time is appropriate so that we can continue with this event, please. So that we can continue with this event. His Excellency appreciates all of you, but please kindly wait until we are towards the end of the event so that we do not constitute much of a distraction. To present a review of this book is a gentleman who practically does this for a living. Not just does he share the same local government area with His Excellency, of course, he shares the admiration that a lot of people have got for him. A professor of theater arts in the University of Uyo. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome for a review of the book, Attah, Architect of a New Democratic Dawn, Professor Effiong Johnson of the University of Uyo. Please put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can do better with the applause. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. Professor Effiong Johnson, please. I will please request one more time that we sit back and not be tempted to come forward to exchange pleasantries so that we can maintain the decorum that we've had at this event. The book review, please. Thank you.
I'd like to say a very good afternoon to everybody here, Your Excellencies. It's my pleasure to be appointed a reviewer of today's book. And today's book is titled Attah, Architect of a New Democratic Dawn. The book is written by Dr. Dele Shobowale. This book has known as Agbo Ario Publishers. And the date of publication is 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the high points of presenting a book to the public and having a reviewer do the review is so that majority of the people can get to know what the book is all about. Your Excellency, good to see you, congratulations. Statistics have proved that over 50% of those who buy new books never read them. And less than 20% of those who read them don't even read the book at a stretch. They read it piecemeal. Some get tired out and abandon the book midstream. So they don't get to know what the book is all about in entirety. So a reviewer is appointed to at least read the book as a surrogate reader on behalf of those who would read the book later. That is assuming that the reviewer himself or herself would read through the book, because many reviewers don't even read through the book. But I guarantee I read through the book about twice. And I'm very familiar with the book and the terrain of it. Now, scholarship has also convinced the world that every reader will have a different meaning of a book. And that is found in deconstruction theory. Because you come across a book with your background, educationally, culturally, religiously, socially, otherwise. All these will affect your interpretation of a book. So your interpretation of a book cannot be exactly like my interpretation of a book. So you are advised to read this book and gain your own interpretation. This book is a biography. And typical of a biography is what is known as a select autography. You know, even the gospel of Jesus Christ in John chapter 21 and verse 25, chapter 21 verse 25 says that if all that Jesus did were to be written in a book, that the whole world would not contain it. So if everything that has to do with Victor Attah, you permit me because in literary terms, we don't put titles in characters in the book. It's not a disrespect. So if Victor Attah's life and times were to be documented, all of it, you can be sure that this book would have been up to 10 volumes. So the psychoanalytical perspective of selective memory and selective perspective are used in biographies, where the author, or if it is an autobiography, the author himself writing his story will select from his life aspects that he deems fit for public showing. This book is a biography because it's Dele Shobowale who wrote it, and it must have been there's a lot to do with professionalism. You have medical doctors, you have architects, you have librarianship in the book discussed. The book has human capital development. The book has many themes, as you would see, which makes it impossible to talk about everything. So I have also adopted the same formula of selective persuasion to choose what to talk about the book within the time available at my disposal. One of the themes in this book is rebellion. And I'm going to talk about a few indices of rebellion in this work. Before I go there, the book also showcases Victor Attah as a very resilient person. Resilient to the point of daring his beliefs against the norms. When you read the foreword written, by the way, his father was born in 1908 and he died in 1990. He was born in 1908 and he died in 1990, having lived for 82 years. As you heard in the documentary, his father was the first Nigerian to have a master's degree in agriculture. The man was very nomadic, professionally, going from place to place, practicing agriculture and teaching others how to do so. So many times the home front was without the parents. And the mother did not believe in marriage by proxy. That's the situation that the wife is in Enugu and the husband is in Lagos. The wife and mother made sure she was always with the husband. At such a scenario, Victor and his kid brother were left alone in the house under the care of a relation, a young lady, who was given some tokens for their well-being monthly. But the young lady fell in love with a young man and used the very stipends she was to take care of Victor and his brother with, and eloped with the boyfriend. And Victor was stranded, as it were, with his brother. But being the person he was, and he still is, and coupled with the fact that their mother, at the age of 3, had introduced every child, but the mother, being who she was and married to the man he was, had known curry. So Victor spiced his own fried meat with curry. Would carry it on his head to Uyo Circus. What is now the plaza, Ibn Plaza, was called Uyo Circus then, to sell it to customers in the evening times. And his meat became a spontaneous delight. People rush at it. That is how, ladies and gentlemen, Victor was able to sustain himself and his brother till the parents returned. The book even says that Victor made some profit from the fried meat business, and he returned the balance of the money to the parents when they came back to show for his entrepreneurship and accountability. Another issue of resilience is recorded in the book when Obong Airport was to be built. He had odds against it, but he wasn't deterred, and today the airport is standing and functioning effectively. There are many other issues you will find that will illustrate his capacity for resilience, but let me, because of time, go to rebellion. Victor personifies righteous rebellion without caring about what would happen to his life. First, he was an all-rounder in secondary school, and the parents, the father and the mother, looked at him and said, "Vic boy, we would want you to read medicine or engineering." But Victor rebelled against that family decision and went ahead to study architecture. I thought you were going to clap for his rebellion. Victor went to the Nigerian College of Art, Science and Technology in Kaduna, which has become Ahmadu Bello University today, to read architecture. And it was in that school that his larger propensity for rebelliousness manifested. All along before he came as their British counterparts, they were giving them kind of a subset of degree. And Victor Attah challenged the system, challenged the white people. He led a group of a few people to challenge that system, to rectify the thing so that everybody would be put at the same par. This was at a time advised not to pursue his degree there because of bad tempers that had risen because of what he did. That's how he got to Leeds, and so on and so forth. You watch that at the documentary. I don't want to go far. He showed rebellion when Inter Designs came into existence in 1974. The first thing he did was, there was this NDIC building, the headquarters in Abuja, that he was in charge of, or his company was in charge of. And the project manager had some ideas different from the design that he had of the building. There was a heated argument that had to be resolved by the client. The client supported Victor against the project manager, and the work continued. But just at the completion of that project, this time the client himself had a disagreement with the entrance of the building. The client wanted a rectangular design to welcome guests to the building. And Victor faulted that design because he said it will not give an aesthetic integrity to the building. The disagreement became so heated. The man wouldn't agree and Victor wouldn't agree. At the end, Victor, in a building that was almost done, tendered a resignation and walked out of the project. It is recorded in the book that that was the first time and perhaps the only time that a Nigerian architect had to walk out on integrity rather than compromise his design. Please put your hands together for that. Victor rebelled against General Sani Abacha. What a person to rebel against. The temperament of the man should send shivers down your spine. He alone was the one who stood on the hallowed grounds of the National Conference Hall to fault Mr. President and expose his hypocrisy in what he told the members. Victor was the only one who analyzed the president's speech to fault that this was a blatant lie, this was not correct, and should not be accepted. If you were Abacha, how would you have felt about him? He did that boldly, frontally, and that is how he crowned it up with standing on the same floor to demand for what you heard about resource control. Please put your hands together for such a daring person. Since we knew EFCC, the tradition has been that they will arrest you and take you to court. That has been the pattern. But there is one man who took EFCC to court. Is Victor Attah. When EFCC had this alleged mismanagement of Econet funds, and dared to insinuate him as the guilty party, he challenged the allegation in court, dragged EFCC to court, and won EFCC. The judgment is written in the appendix of this book as it came, as it was read by the judge that day. University status, Victor had been at the outset of the plans. Several meetings, several trips were made to several places on that. But when eventually the money for the establishment of NDA universities was approved, Victor was sidelined. Rather, a young architect who had just set up his company in Kano was given the contract. Victor could not take that line low. He stormed the commandant's office in NDA, found his way through to his office and stamped on his table and challenged him and said, is it because I am a minority? That's why you guys are tossing me back and forth? Let me remind you that this country has fought a civil war before. And if you continue like this, there are potentials that another civil war can be fought. He put his hand on the table of the commandant. That startled the man, and he reached at his revolver. And Victor sat down. He said, you want to shoot me? Come on, shoot me. And the man did not shoot him. Vice after that reported that man said, Victor must have been mad. He must have been acting on the spurs of insanity. And trained officers don't shoot at lunatics. So he cheated death there. And Victor is 87 today. He has already added 5 years to the age of his father. Victor, it appears to me that you are not living life, rather that life is living you. And before I take my seat, ladies and gentlemen, this is one book you must read. It's written in a good journalistic language for communication for everybody at any level. This book uses expressions that will identify you to like it. This book uses names of real people in real locations, the time, the place, the events, daring any challenge. If you think this book has exaggerated, you are free to bring up the case against it. So all the Afrons, all the people that the Afrons were masterminded at are listed here. I recommend this book, but not until I ask Victor, are you really human? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this short time of this review, and God bless you.
Please, can we give another round of applause for Professor Effiong Johnson? He has urged everybody that you shouldn't leave this hall without getting that piece of thoughts that architect Obong Attah has put together. It's not just a book. It is something, it's a legacy that will outlive generations to come, starting from this generation. So at this point, we'll move straight to the unveiling so that you can have a glimpse of how the book looks like and also touch it, feel it, and go home with it.
Thank you very much. Blessing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go straight, like she said, into the meat of this book unveiling presentation. After a review, and a very succinct review by Professor Effiong Johnson, people would actually want to see how the book looks like, and they also get it. While we're getting set to do that, I had earlier asked here if we had other professionals here, and people were raising their hands. Allow me to request, please. Do we have any pharmacists in here, please? Is anyone who's a pharmacist here? Oh, wow. I would have asked for a special applause for the person. It takes a special skill to be able to read a doctor's prescription. And I think all of us have been there before. The doctor just writes something to you, you look at it, and you cannot make sense of what was written. And when you ask the doctor, what is this? He simply tells you, take it to the pharmacist. And when you take it to the pharmacist, you look at it and they dispense something to you. Is anybody here ever able to read a doctor's prescription? Please show by raising your hand, even if you are an architect. Okay, a fellow doctor has actually raised his hand that he can read a doctor's prescription, Dr. Okunema. But it reminds me of a story of an event where I was MC, and a very distinguished professor of medicine was keynote speaker. As a matter of fact, the gentleman had been so busy prior to the event that he forgot to have his remarks typewritten. So he actually came in with handwritten keynote speech. And then after the introduction of the keynote speaker, and after we'll come right out here, and they will help us unveil this book. The title of the book, Attah, Architects of a New Democratic Dawn. Mr. Lebo, please.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Most distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, your attention, and your patience. We, again, is effecting a slight structural adjustment on the program, the launch. There's a special rollout program that is going to take place. We'll move out of the books. By the design of the program, we have launchers and chief launchers, but I've been reliably informed that there are some other distinguished Nigerians who are here who have graciously accepted to be a part of the launch process. So they will join us in midwifing the birth of the publication. Most of us have not laid our hands on it. I think it's only the prof that has, and he has done a great job telling us about righteous rebellion. And so I wish to urge my co-MCs to be on standby to usher in our Royal Father of the Day, the Esunupe, to join us at this end of the hall. The Chairman, Executive Secretary of TED Fund, to also come along with the Esunupe. The Archbishop, who led us in opening prayers much earlier, to also join us. We also wish to kindly invite General Eke Wachuku to be a part of this process as well. General Eke Wachuku, sir, thank you very much to help us midwife the birth of the publication. And then, of course, would have the representative of the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor. Thank you, sir. So Xavier, if we can have the process of No, it's okay. Can we go? Of the publication now, please, Xavier. Please come. Please come. Oh yeah, run this. May we now also invite His Excellency.
I don't know who the chief launcher is.
Which one?
I don't know who the chief launcher is.
No, don't worry. They are the launchers. The author of the publication, Oga Shobowale, please, sir. Thank you very much. All the former governors who were in the class of 99, former Akwa Ibom governors who are here or represented, the Minister of Housing, Architect Dangiwa, please come forward. The President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, please step forward. And now the class of 99. The former governors of Akwa Ibom State, whether as military administrators or as civilian governors or as military governors. The Cuban ambassador to Nigeria, please can we also have you join us at this presentation. This for the photos. The representative of the Bauchi State Governor, please. The representative of the Imo State Governor, His Excellency, please. Those who will find books. Go and manufacture more. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're bringing.
The representative of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, please. Thank you. Could you also join us in the presentation? Thank you. Yes, so we have a photo opportunity, but Esenupe would speak briefly and then would ask our distinguished guests. Please, the microphone.
No, they raised the book.
We'll raise the book up and have a photo session, that's all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not to cover our chest high, yes. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, the class of 99. Thank you, the Esenupe, Your Royal Majesty. We indeed grateful.
Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is.
Thank you.
We have our strength.
Thank you all very much. As we resume our seats, we'll now do the lunch proper. We'll now do the lunch proper. We have unveiled the publication. It's now available, but we shall now welcome the publication by supporting it the best way we can. We hear that two of our co-launchers, one of them, Chief Julius Rone, has midwifed the birth of the publication with a sum of 10 million naira. Please let's put our hands together for him. We are also told that Engineer Victor Ekpeyam has also with 10 million naira. Please could we put our hands together for him. May I invite the chairman of SEPLAT, distinguished Senator Udo Odoma, to please help us in midwifing the birth of the publication as we invite you up here, sir. Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Udo Odoma. Please let's put our hands together for him to launch the publication, sir. Oh, I will. We apologize for that slight slip in it. So now we would move on to the goodwill messages and the special tributes. And if there are others who will wish to contribute to midwifing the birth of the publication, we're passing around some slips or pledge notes, the type I have here with me. Claire. We apologize for the break in transmission. We shall go on to the process in a moment. We're trying to sort out a few things with the celebrant and the chairman of the committee. I think we can go on to... Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Labaran Mako. Thank you. May we invite the governor, represented by Her Excellency, Distinguished Senator Ayankei, to please step forth to present the publication. Please let's put our hands together for her. We shall invite the other representatives of the governors of Imo State and Bauchi State a little later on. Yeah, they will come. Her Excellency, please. Thank you.
Have you written down the mic? Yes. It's enlarged. Good afternoon, everybody. Your Excellency, the celebrants, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, my own boss and spouse, please permit me to acknowledge everyone here. God bless you. I stand here today not as the deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State, but here to represent a great man, one of the sons of the celebrant for today, who would have loved to be here in person to celebrate and mark this great day with his father, but called to duty had made him not to come in person. And so he had given me a written down remark to state his thoughts and good wishes to our father and leader. So you permit me, please, to read the words of the governor of Akwa Ibom State to our father and leader. We are gathered today to celebrate a life that isn't just a great, but has inspired countless others to pursue and attain greatness. A life which is defined by intelligence. A life which is defined by wisdom, discipline, integrity, courage, selfless service, and perseverance. Looking at the person of His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, the circumstances and timing of his tenure as governor of Akwa Ibom State, the events which defined that era, and his remarkable accomplishments, we have every reason to thank God for our state. The timing of his governorship was perfect for a state that was in dire need of a sustainable direction, sound foundation, governance, philosophy, and developmental blueprint. His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, fitted perfectly into what our state desperately needed at that time. In 1999, Akwa Ibom State needed a visionary man, a thinker, a father, and a man of bold ideas who would lay an enduring foundation for the sustainable prosperity of the state. Thankfully, the trajectory that began with him has catapulted Akwa Ibom State from the backwaters to one of the most prominent states in Nigeria. The result is there for the world to see. Some of the iconic projects that have distinguished Akwa Ibom State were conceptualized by his administration. Some of them are the Ibom Power Plants, Ibom Hotels and Golf Resorts, Victor Attah International Airport, the Ibom Deep Seaport, Akwa Ibom State University, Shelter Afrique Estate, amongst others. These weren't just projects. They were the underpinnings and the catalyst for the emergence of the modern Akwa Ibom State. He also designed the master plan of Uyo capital city, giving us the ring roads, which facilitate seamless movements, expand the city, and make Uyo not just one of the most beautiful, but one of the fastest growing cities in Nigeria. His principled fight for resource control and the struggle for the abrogation of the obnoxious onshore-offshore dichotomy stand out as his enduring legacies as governor and defined his national image as a courageous fighter for justice and a notable voice for the minorities. That struggle and the sacrifices he made permanently settled the economic future of Akwa Ibom State and other Delta states. It combined with his audacious projects and bold visions to earn him the sobriquet father of Akwa Ibom State. This 87th birthday is significant, but it is marked alongside the launch of his biography, which was just unveiled. There is so much to learn about the vision, the courage, the discipline, the integrity, and the leadership style of this father of modern Akwa Ibom State. An illustrious Nigerian and global icon. I am sure the book will be a veritable manual on leadership, professional development, political activism, minority struggle, and public administration. It will offer us a rare glimpse into the life of this national asset and great leader. Akwa Ibom State is blessed to have him as a father. The South-South geopolitical zone is a constant beneficiary of his interventions, and Nigeria is perpetually enriched by his intellectual and insightful perspectives to national issues. We love and celebrate you, sir. We appreciate everything you have done for Akwa Ibom State. We acknowledge your contributions to the Niger Delta region and recognize your tireless efforts towards building a great Nigeria where peace, unity, fairness, equity, economic prosperity, and social justice reign supreme. Permit me, on behalf of the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, to join all your well wishers to wish you a happy birthday. We love you, sir. Concerning the book that has just been launched, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State had sent in a donation of 20,000 naira for the book launch, 20 million naira for the book launch. Your Excellency, may God bless you. May God keep you. You will see many more years in Jesus' name.
Please, let's keep the applause going.
Let me give you the check.
Please, let's keep the applause going for the Akwa Ibom State government and governor and the people for this remarkable support. We are passing around the pledge form, so you indicate your name, phone number, the details are spelled out there, and there is an account indicated, a Zenith Bank account, that you can make a contribution to. At this point, we now invite the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, also an architect, Architect Dangiwa, to please step forth and also pay tribute to the celebrant and also join us in midwifing this publication on Obong Victor Attah, architect of a new democratic dawn. I'll liaise with you now. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please.
Your Excellencies, the former President of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Your Excellencies, the former governors that are here, the former ministers, members of the National Assembly, the Royal Fathers and spiritual leaders that are here, good afternoon. Today is a very special day for me personally. It's not just the launch of a book. It is the celebration of a man whose life has continued to shape the path of countless architects, public servants, and leaders. As an architect, there's a saying that some people build monuments, others build people. One lasts longer. I believe that His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, has done both. That's why we're here today. Attah is not only a respected national figure, but a senior colleague, a mentor, and a leader. His wisdom is one I have relied upon at a very important moment in my professional journey and public service. Because I remember when I was in the university, part 1 and 2, and even in part 3, during the long vacation, we used to come and serve in the farm, both in Achkon, Norman, and Durban, and another session we served in the Inter-Design Partnership, where Architect Obong Victor Attah is a partner in that farm. So, as a Minister of Housing and Urban Development, I have also learned on his guidance on key matters affecting our profession. When I became the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, all professional bodies are under my oversight functions, including the Nigerian Institute of Architects, the Architect Registration Council of Nigeria. So some issues involving the Nigerian Institute of Architects and the Architect Registration Council of Nigeria evolved. That issue warranted that for the last 10 years, the Nigerian architects could not sit for their exams of graduating to become architects due to a conflict between the NIA and ARCON. Each time he came to my office 3 times, he responded not with sentiment, but with clarity and depth, and genuine concern for the future of the profession. His counsel helped us find direction when tempers were high, and build bridges when disagreements seemed to harden. His passion for architecture is not just a technical, it is moral. He cares deeply about how the profession shapes society. With his counsel, we were able to resolve that issue that revolved between NIA and ARCON. I know this same principled leadership defined his tenure as governor of Akwa Ibom State. He championed master planning, development, foresight, and even economic empowerment. And it is the same courage that made him a defining voice in resource control and true federalism in our democracy. Attah has lived his life with vision and with the humility to use that vision for the good of others. This biography being unveiled today is therefore more than a record of achievements. It is a legacy of knowledge, sacrifice, and uncommon public spirit. I believe it will serve as a reference work for young architects, students of leadership, and anyone who wishes to understand what it means to build with purpose, whether in government or in practice. On behalf of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, but most importantly from my heart, I congratulate you, sir, for a life that continues to bless the profession and contribute to nation building. I thank your family for sharing you with Nigeria. May God continue to renew your strength, and may his wisdom long endure as a guide to all of us. Happy 87th birthday, and congratulations on this well-deserved honor. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Architect Dangiwa, Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development. The representative of the Governor of Bauchi State, please can we have you also lend some support to this process? The representative of His Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi State, Architect Baba Mohammed.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please, can we sit down for a few minutes? The event is almost over. I know we want to greet our father, we want to socialize. Just the next 10 minutes, we are through. In fact, 10 minutes because the live broadcast, we are transmitting live nationally. It will finish in the next 15 minutes. It's cutting off at 2. So please, can we sit down at the front? Let's listen to the Governor of Bauchi State. Please, can you sit down? Please. Yes, take over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Please, let's resume our seats. We'll have the opportunity to felicitate with the celebrant later on. Please, let's speed up the process, please, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon. All protocols are duly observed. I'm going to read a goodwill message from the Governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed. Distinguished guests, esteemed ladies, gentlemen, and our beloved architect, Victor Obong Attah. It is with profound joy, immense honor, we gather here today to celebrate a living legend, a visionary architect, and its transformative leader, Architect Victor B. Attah, on his momentous occasion of his birthday and the official launch of a commemorative book. I want to start this good message on your remarkable journey from being a registered member of the our institute, the NIA, to becoming a fellow of the institute up to your election as its president, 1997 to 1999. I can recall during your presidency at the AGM of 1998, you stood and promised that the next BGM will take place in the government house of Oyo, then when you are about to start contesting. And true to type, we held that next conference in Oyo government house. That shows to your belief in what you desire to pursue. And now, serving as the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, testify to all the stands you stand as a professional, and a democratic person. This all stands as a testament to your unwavering dedication to the professionalism, ethics, and the advancement of architectural education in Nigeria. During your tenure as president of the NIA, we cannot forget, you brought programs like strengthening professional advocacy, focusing on ethics and standards, promoting architectural education, making the Nigerian architects become more visible by their surrounding communities, institutionalization of consolidation within the institute, etc. And after your tenure, you have been playing the role of an elder statesman of the institute, which now has chosen you as its chair of the BOT. Not that I earlier said our institute. This is because your esteemed professional body of architects has decided to bestow on me with the status of an honorary fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects in the coming 6 days. I humbly accepted to be personally present by the grace of Almighty Allah for this investiture. I remain eternally grateful for this honor because to belong to the highest class of membership of a professional institute with over 8,000 registered architects on different classes, including such iconic leaders like architect Obong Attah, is an honor. Furthermore, your exemplary tenure as first civilian governor of Akwa Ibom State, which has been detailed variously here, in Nigeria's continuous move to be under democratic dispensation, has been etched in history for laying robust infrastructure and economic foundations. You transformed Uyo into a modern city through your initiated State Master Plan program, which led to extensive urban renewal projects and vital projects like the Obong Power Plant, Obong Deep Sea Port, Science Park, and the iconic Obong International Airport, which has now been named after you. Your advocacy for resource control and the 13% derivation fund has significantly uplifted our Akwa Ibom State's revenue, empowering countless development initiatives. Today, as we celebrate your legacy and this beautiful book, a tribute to your life and achievements, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, to your selfless service, your visionary leadership, and your enduring impact on our nation and beyond. May your birthday be filled with happiness, your wisdom continue to inspire generations to come, and many healthy years ahead. Here is to a man of greatness, a champion of progress, and a beacon of hope, architect Obong Attah. Happy 87th birthday, sir, and congratulations on this wonderful book. To support the book and to educate our young coming up architects, the Bauchi State government is pledging 10 million naira for 10 copies of the book, which will be deposited in our various state of learning. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're very grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We wish to appeal again to our distinguished guests. Please, time is of the essence. We do know that we all want to felicitate in a special way with Obong Attah. Please, let's have our seats so that we can speed up this process as much as possible. Please. We passed around the pledge forms. We're told that the hard cover is going for 45,000, and the paperback is going for 40,000. So you can have copies of that to send to your alma mater or your old school library. The representative of Imo State government, we hear he was here. So we now invite the representative of the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, in the person of the Chairman of the House Committee on Procurement, Honorable Uima Idem. Please let's put our hands together for him as he comes. We really apologize, Your Excellency, that we have had to delay your coming up to lend support to this process until now. Please bear with us, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Your Excellencies, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, heavily represented here by his deputy. Please permit me to stand on already established protocol by the MCs. Before I present remarks from the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please permit me to pay tribute to a great nationalist by patriotism, an architect by training, a great leader by excellence, a father of the modern Akwa Ibom State, the champion and apostle of resource control mantra in Nigeria. Your Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, our father. On behalf of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I wish to congratulate Your Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah, on the momentous occasion of your 87th birthday and the book presentation as part of the event to mark the celebration. Celebrating 87th birthday is a great milestone in human life. Yours has been a life of service to God and humanity. Your Excellency's life and achievements are a testament to the power of dedication, vision, and service. Your contribution to our nation's development are immeasurable. As a leader, you have shown unwavering commitment to democracy and good governance, nation building. I join your family and other well-wishers to celebrate and pray the God Almighty to continue to sustain you in good health. Congratulations, Your Excellency, and happy birthday. Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCUN, Speaker, House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, before I stepped out, the Speaker has asked me to inform you that because of what he has heard about this book, even though he hasn't seen it yet, that is willing to purchase 360 copies of this book for the 360 members of the House of Representatives, that as soon as the event is over, that you should pass through me and get appointment with him to pick the money for the purchase of these 360 copies of the books. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that is the Right Honorable Uima Idem, member representing Obong Federal Constituency in Akwa Ibom State, and chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement. Speaking there for the Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. I do not know, the Speaker has bought 360 copies of this book. I do not know what the unit price would be. Can we guess how much each copy would go for the members of the House of Representatives? Well, the answer is blowing in the wind. Thank you very much, Honorable Yima Idem. Please, may I request that we take our seats, those of us who are still here. The guests are still here, the celebrator is still here. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor sitting in for the Governor of Akwa Ibom State is still here, and a host of other persons are here. The books are being sold. The ushers have copies of the book. The price, as we heard before, for the hardcover is 45,000 naira minimum, and for the paperback is 40,000 naira minimum. Please do not leave without getting a copy of the book. And also, we thank everyone that is here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will at this point invite a few persons to come forward and also lend their support to this book. In the meantime, we acknowledge the donation of the sum of 2 million naira from the Etsunupe, who is the father of the day. Can we please put our hands together for His Royal Highness the Etsunupe? Thank you. Thank you very much. We are going to, at this point, invite the governor's class of 99, the representative of the class of 99 governors, to please kindly come forward and speak. We please request that due to time and the lack of it, we should limit our speeches to about 2 minutes, as much as we can. We'll put on standby Architect Sonny Echono, Executive Secretary of TETFON, and we also want to invite a representative of the class of 99, please. We will also be hearing from Lady Esinbom Ekwerekwepo, the wife of the Honorable Minister of State Gas. I think at this point we should invite the wife of the Honorable Minister, who I believe is ready to speak to us. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Esinbom Ekwerekwepo, the wife of the Honorable Minister of State Gas. Can we please put our hands together and celebrate her as she comes up here to speak? Those of us who understand, can we please put our hands together for her as she comes up to speak? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, sir. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can we please sit, please? This event is still ongoing. Can we please take our seats? Thank you.
The principal celebrants, Architect Obong Victor Attah, all the excellencies here present, ladies and gentlemen, I am here representing my dear husband, Obong Ekwerekwepo, who is unavoidably absent. He called me yesterday that I should hurry down to Abuja after the burial of my mother to attend this very important celebration. Moments ago, he sent felicitation through me to his father, and I beg to read. It is with deep honor and a profound sense of privilege that I celebrate an extraordinary leader, a revered statesman, and an exemplary Nigerian, His Excellency Obong Architect Victor Attah, on the momentous occasion of his 87th birthday. Your Excellency, today we celebrate not only the longevity of your exceptional life, but your enduring vision, intellect, and character that have shaped the trajectory of Akwa Ibom State and significantly influenced national discourse. For me, you are, without any reservation, one of the Nigerians' most distinguished architects of development, a strategic thinker, and a courageous advocate for justice, equity, and federal balance. Your genuine pursuit of resource control and fiscal federalism elevated the conversation on national fairness and earned you a place among the most resolute defenders of Niger Delta's rightful interests. As governor, you demonstrated uncommon foresight. Your administration laid the structural and institutional foundation upon which the development of a modern Akwa Ibom proudly stands today. Your leadership was defined by clarity of purpose, administrative excellence, intellectual rigor, and a deep, abiding commitment to the welfare of your people. Your Excellency, beyond your public service, you are a principled statesman, a mentor to leaders, a repository of wisdom, and a voice of reason in moments when our nation seeks direction. It is important for me to state with gratitude that you played a defining role in my own political journey. As the governor of Akwa Ibom State, you were instrumental to my emergence first as caretaker committee chairman and subsequently as executive chairman of Ikaluku government area. And as we know, that marked the beginning of my political career. You have remained my mentor, a man who dearly loves my family. I value the relationship we share and commend the type of politics you stand for. Politics of peace, inclusion, fairness, dignity, and respect for all. On behalf of my family and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources Gas, I express my deepest respect and heartfelt felicitation to you. May the Lord continue to bless you with sound health, renewed strength, and enduring peace. Happy 87th birthday, Your Excellency. On the launch of the books, he told me that he had earlier communicated with His Excellency. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give another round of applause to Lady Esenbo Mekperekperekpo, the wife of the Honorable Minister of State Gas, and of course, one of the people who shares a birthday with His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Attah. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a few more speeches, and we want to please appeal, like I said earlier, that we limit our speeches to a maximum of 2 minutes. If there are people who have donations and would want them acknowledged or announced publicly, kindly channel them to us through the ushers, and we'll be happy to oblige that request. For now, let me invite to make his remarks and also support this book launch, Dr. Benga Olawekpo Hashimu, represented here by Alhaji Aminu Bala. Ladies and gentlemen, do not get tired of clapping. Please put your hands together for Alhaji Bala. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday, elder statesman. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here on behalf of Dr. Benga Olawekpo Hashim. You are a man. You always call him your man. I recall recently we traveled with you to Ilorin to commission the projects sponsored by Dr. Benga. I heard a lot of stories on our way back. Dr. Benga personally wanted to be here, but unfortunately he's out of the country. But he sent me and his childhood friend, Barrister Chooks, to represent him here. It's not a speech making. To the book, he purchased 3 books, the sum of 3 million naira. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct straight to the points there from Alhaji Aminu Bala, speaking on behalf of Dr. Benga Olawekpo Hashimu. Thank you very much. Let me invite Mr. Jerry Oyibo, please, and put on standby the representative of Afenifere and, of course, that of Pandef. Mr. Oyibo, please, if you're here. kindly the word to come up. Mr. Jerry Kemp, please. Thank you. He will take his 2 minutes or so and give his remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give him a round of applause? Please put your hands together. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Honorable ladies and gentlemen, this is an incredible honor for me to be asked to contribute to this amazing occasion held to honor a great Nigerian. I first worked with Victor in 1981 with Interdesign Partnership in an office above the Singer sewing machine workshop at the Singer Roundabout in Kaduna. It was a small office, very talented group of people, and we did, in all honesty, some great work. And the experience that I gained there, I recently started my own practice in the UK. Victor and I met in the UK. He asked me to come and work with him as a master planner. And that whole experience, I came in 81 and I left in 88. It was a tremendous experience for me. It's had a huge influence on my career, and it still does, in fact, to this day. And I owe Victor a huge debt of gratitude. During that period, there's just one sort of short story, if I may, that I would like to tell. And it speaks of Victor's transition from architect to politician. we had a client, a government client, a minister, who was proving difficult. And we'd had a particularly bad day. Coming back from the meeting, Victor said to me, "Jerry, if ever you see me making any sort of move to become a politician, you have my permission to shoot me." So, wind the clock forward to 1999, I was sitting in the UK in my house. The phone went. Victor came on the phone. "Jerry," he said, "you remember what we talked about me becoming a politician? Well, please, don't shoot me." He said, "I've just been elected as governor to Akwa Ibom." So I'm very happy I didn't shoot him, because frankly, Victor transformed Akwa Ibom using his architectural skill and his newly acquired political skill. I mean, he made just huge moves in that state. And I was so gratified to watch the television last night to see that the current governor has taken on that mantle and is driving the state forward. Young people are getting trained, young people are sort of working down there. It really made me very, very happy. So, Victor Bassi Attah, consummate architect and reluctant politician, it's great to see that your passion and ambition, not just for Akwa Ibom, but for Nigeria, is undiminished. And Victor, may your desire and argue and to apply pressure to people, which he did to me to get me to do this, because he knows I'm terrified of this sort of thing, continue for the betterment of the country that you love and the people that you have such hopes for and belief in. Victor, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry, for your kind words. And I think I should thank you again for not shooting him. If you had shot him, we wouldn't be here celebrating him at 87. Thank you very much. Maybe we should also commend His Excellency Architect Victor Attah for having very good memory. He may have forgotten that he had asked someone to shoot him if he ever ventured into politics. And maybe his friend would have come all the way from the UK to come and actually make good his wish. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, briefly we are going to invite the representative of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, himself, the technical advisor to the CBN governor, Mr. Philip Ndanusa Wundi, who has a message from the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to the celebrator on this event. Mr. Philip Ndanusa Wundi, TA to the CBN Governor. Please put your hands together for him as he comes up here to speak. As I request, ladies and gentlemen, can we allow the celebrator to listen to those who are addressing him, please? Thank you.
Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I'm here to represent the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria in person of Mr. Olayemi Michael Cardoso. Your Excellency, sir, the CBN Governor asked me to convey his heartfelt congratulations to you on your 87th birthday, and also to congratulate you on the launch of your book on this fateful day. He prays for long life, good health, sound mind for you, for the rest days you have to spend on earth. On the launching of the book, you will be hearing from the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria in due course, Your Excellency, sir. Thank you, and God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Philip Ndanusa Wundi, Technical Advisor to the Governor of the CBN. Please, we want to invite a representative of Afenifere, and of course, a representative of PANDEF, please. If we have a representative of PANDEF to kindly come up and speak, we are going to round this event off in not too long a time. But for now, I think we can invite the Secretary General of Afenifere, who will come forward and make some remarks. Chief Supo Sonibari, thank you very, very much. Please, we'll put on standby Alhaji Ismail Alawal Abdullahi, the Chairman of the Northwest Development Commission, after the Afenifere speech. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Chief Supo Sonibari is one of the leaders of Afenifere. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Your Excellencies, the celebrant, and all the other excellencies, I stand on existing protocol. Obong Victor Attah is a man that is very dear to Afenifere. I remember during this transition at a particular time, I think towards the end of President Obasanjo's tenure, he was one of the few Nigerians who saw the need to make contact with us, very supportive of our cause, understood the fact that even before he got very much involved in resource control, that our founder, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, had always been a long advocate of devolution and resource control. And I remember even Obong telling me once upon a time that even his father was a progressive action grouper, and that the palm tree was a strong political base within his zone in Akwa Ibom. Afenifere acknowledges the exemplary life Obong has left, the fact that he's one of those few former governors that we can see that his tenure was not that of state capture. He lives a modest life, and he has demonstrated the need for those of us that get involved in politics to have another address apart from politics being the sustenance of our being in politics. So he's a great leader in showing that politics should not be about going there to control the resources of the state. Politics should be about development, and that's why we have a lot of respect for him. Afenifere will launch this with 8 copies of this book with a 7-figure sum. The actual amount of that 7-figure is what I will discuss with him, but then after we launch the book, 8 copies with a 7-figure sum. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief Super Shonibari, speaking on behalf of Afenifere. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the speeches from this podium are actually in honor of, and then of course to show respect to His Excellency Architect Obong Attah. We therefore please request that we allow him to pay attention by minimizing the distraction that he is subjected to. Please, please and please. We're very sure at the end of the event he will still be around so that those who want to personally come and greet him can do so. In the meantime, let me invite Alhaji Ismail Alawal Abdullahi, Chairman Northwest Development Commission, who is representing Professor Ango Abdullahi, a friend of Obong Victor Attah, to kindly come forward and speak. As he's coming, we acknowledge the donation support of this book launch of 1 million naira from the Nigerian Institute of Architects. We also acknowledge another 1 million naira from Pastor Tunde Bakare. And then, of course, we acknowledge the support of A.M. Salifuddin. Thank you very much. Alhaji Ismail Alawal Abdullahi, please. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, my dear Baba, the celebrant, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I've been directed by my father to represent him here at this occasion. He had wanted to be here personally. He told me that you are his twin brother. You are of the same age of 87, and you are colleagues at the College of Agric in Abu in the late 60s and 70s. So he described you to me, sir, as his twin brother. And he regretted that he couldn't be here personally because of certain health conditions and challenges. And he said, I should tell you that he's associating with you as always and praying for your better health and long life and prosperity. He said I should take 2 copies of this book, one for him and the other for the family, for 1 million naira. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. African compatriot which tries to redefine the political and social space of our nation. The Arewa Consultative Forum ACF recognizes the qualities of Obong Victor Attah as one of the senior citizens that gave enough for the unity of our country and wishes him long life and good health. This is signed by Ambassador
Mesule, Vice Chairman, Board of Trustees of the Arewa Consultative Forum. Thank you very much. We're now going to invite to speak on behalf of the head of the family, where His Excellency comes from, Professor Edward Attah. Dr. Shamaki, please. Dr. Shamaki, who has a brief presentation to make. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for Dr. Shamaki as she comes forward to speak. Thank you very much.
Ekomdu. I've been announced as Dr. Shamaki, but I would like to say my name properly. I'm Dr. Amina Mohammed Bello Shamaki, ni Attah. So much has been said about my father, Obong Victor Attah, and I'm here as a daughter and also as a mentee. When I say a mentee, if you hear Attah from Akwa Ibom, you know there are only two Attahs, Professor Edby Attah and Architect Obong Victor Attah. I'm one of the mentees and a daughter to Professor Edby Attah. You all know he should have been here. And I'm sure he's here with us in spirit. He's alive, he's well, but unfortunately he's not able to be here. And I'm here to represent him and to say, if I will say the way he will say it, is Victor, that's what he called. He's a brother, and he has exemplified the love their parents have shown to them, and have extended that love to not only their siblings, but to the community where they grew up, and the state and Nigeria at large. And it is that love that has spread across the country that has made me to be here and representing Professor Edby Attah at this occasion of the 87th birthday of his most loved brother. Actually, they are supposed to have been twins, only that they came 2 years apart. So on behalf of my father, our father, Professor Edby Attah, and the whole Attah family, we're here to celebrate with our father, our brother, our mentor, Architect Victor Attah, on this momentous occasion of his 87th birthday, and to say the love he has shown to his siblings, most especially his twin brother, to his community, to his state, that has been said. We don't have to repeat it. It has been said how he loved his people, how he ensured development of his state, and the love extends to the whole country. Because for me, he's actually not from Akwa Ibom, he's actually from Kaduna State. He's from northern Nigeria. So you can see how the love of Nigeria has been shown today. We thank God for his life. We thank God for the good health he has given him. And we thank God for the love he has shown to the whole community. And we pray that he will continue to be in good health. He will continue to give as much more than he has done before to his community and to the country. So, to conclude, I will say, Ekom Usen Emana. Sasong.
She said, Sosong. So can you clap for her? Thank you very much. I know if we open up, we'll have lots of people that want to register their Goodwill Mercedes, but because of time constraints, we will limit it to the number that we can take so that everybody can return. So at this point, please permit me to welcome Most Reverend Joseph Ekuren, Archbishop of Calabar, for his Goodwill message. Please a round of applause for him.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Perhaps at the beginning when I was invited to lead in the opening prayer, a time which I value very much, and I think every one of us would value that as long as we believe in God. It is now that I feel much more in position to say just a few words about the man we celebrate today. Let me begin with a story. I'm sorry if I take your time, but I won't take long. After all, we are all getting ready to round up and go. I attended an 80th birthday of a friend, and so many good things were said about him. Next, by my right, sat another church minister. And when he was asked to move a vote of thanks, he said something along these lines. If all these are true, why was he not made? I leave some spaces, lest you should know who. But the idea was, why was he not made a bishop of this diocese? Simply because he doesn't belong. But he belongs in the church, in the ecclesiastical circle. But by blood, the person didn't belong to the territory. Let me just draw an example. If all these, and if only hypothetical, because I know they are true, how is it that humanity still does not want people who are true, people who are straightforward, people who are disciplined, people who can build better communities? And we prefer only to deal either by tribe or by ethnic group or by money and deceit. Story one. Story number two, that has to be between me and former governor. Bear in mind that he served at the time I was in Uyo as the Catholic Bishop of Uyo before I was transferred to Calabar. His first term in office, I was already there as the bishop. His second term, I was still in office before my transfer. So he has known a lot of me, and I think I can safely say a lot about him. The one in focus at the moment. I'm talking about a leader who admires, loves, and would serve even to the point of death to defend democracy. And among the ingredients of true democracy is to listen even more to the underprivileged, the aggrieved. Not only to those who are colleagues in politics that will make you grow higher. So one day, while building, and I'm often in sympathy with him because he designed Uyo Metropolis, and every one of us would want to push to the end what you design. But it will not be possible for him to remain forever, to build Uyo. So one of the streets emptied out into our property, flooded. I see him smiling. He knows immediately. And I had sent a warning, not to him, but to the contractors, which didn't seem to have been heeded. Otherwise, we would not have had that flooding in the property. So I went to see the property. I was infuriated. I pulled off my soutane, went down to Government House in what is now called 3/4 with my shirt. And I was not allowed to pass through the gate. I said, look, I am a rightful citizen not only of Nigeria, but of Akwa Ibom State. I want to see the governor. Not only because I'm angry, what I felt was out of shape. When the governor got to know, and I'm talking about then Governor Victor Attah sitting here, that I was outside, he immediately communicated with me, sent words, and came to see us. In many cases, either I would have been shot, or I would have been malhandled, or bundled into the boot of a car and taken back to my home. Democracy means being able also to listen to those who are aggrieved. And I'm worried. Worry is not a good word in this matter, but I dare to use it. I'm worried about Nigeria as we seem to slide every day into a one-party system, which is not healthy for any country. Finally, I want to sing, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. May the Lord God bless 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 you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, you can have your seat. As we are preparing to engage our breaks, as we draw close to this memorable event, let us carry with us the essence of which we are gathered here for, what we have witnessed today. So at this point, we want to invite to the microphone the one and only son of the celebrator, Barrister Christopher Attah, for a vote of thanks. Please, a round of applause for him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me stand on existing protocol. My job is very easy, and I think time has gone, and mine is just to say a very big thank you to everybody. But what I want to do is give a small story, because so many people have said so many things today. And one of the things that people have said to me all through today and even before is, these are big shoes to fill, these are big shoes to fill. I say, well, I have a story about big shoes. When we were growing up in Kaduna, my dad, during the weekends, always used to take us to the sites that we're working on, and he used to have these construction boots that he used to wear when he was going through the sites. So, I always wanting to walk in my father's shoes, used to wear these boots and go around. But I was maybe about 4, 5, 6 years old, and these boots were big and these boots were heavy. But I wanted to walk in my father's shoes. So I took these shoes and I was walking, and these shoes were big, and these shoes were very heavy. And I just abandoned the shoes and walked back home without any shoes. I got back home and everybody asked me, where are your shoes, where are the shoes? And I just said, down there, down there. And when they went down there to look for the shoes, they were gone. So I just want to let the person who has those shoes, that those shoes are big to fill. So they better know how they are doing it. Thank you very much. I want to say a very big thank you to everybody who has taken time out to come here today. You could have been anywhere, but you are here with us, and I know that everybody had a very busy schedule, but want to thank you most sincerely. I want to thank the organizers of this occasion. They have done a fantastic job. We want to thank the the book, the publishers, the writer, who have been able to tell the story and make the story available to people to be able to learn and to read and to understand what has gone on and what could possibly be. I also want to thank the people in the story, because if there was no you, if there weren't the people in that story, there would be no story to tell, and we would not be here where we are today. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for coming, and please journey mercies as you all go back to your respective positions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. You know, I think at the age of 4, when he wanted to walk in his father's shoes, I think he meant that literally. He really wanted to walk inside the shoes, because I'm trying to picture it, and in all honesty, thank you very, very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the planning committee, Ambassador Gordon Osigali, has asked that at the end of the event, after the closing prayers, all the members of the planning committee should please come to the front so we can have a group photograph with His Excellency and his wife. And I also want to say, and I'm not holding this against Chris, that usually before an event starts, if the masters of ceremony do not arrive, everyone is agitated. They're looking for the MCs. Where is the MC? Where are these people? In our own case, since we are 3, if none of us had been here by 11:30, this place would not have contained us. The full weight of the fury of a diplomatic foreign officer would have been borne on us by the chairman of the planning committee. But as usual, when the vote of thanks are given, the masters of ceremonies are never thanked, which is why somebody once told me that MC means most cheated. So I stand here to thank Mr. Ihiyelebe, the master of ceremonies at this event, and I thank Ekaite, and of course I thank myself, because if the vote of thanks refuses to thank us, we should also thank ourselves. We thank all of the people that have contributed to this event. We acknowledge support for the book of the sum of 2 million naira from Senator Ned Nwoko, and of course also from Prince Adewola Adebayo, another 2 million naira. We thank them very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paramount Ruler of Ibesikwa Sultan local government area, where His Excellency comes from, is exchanging pleasantries with him and his wife, together with the Paramount Ruler of Itinan local government area, who represented Ibom Ibibio. Allow me to appreciate, on behalf of the planning committee, all the other people that made this event successful. The decorators, the ushers, the cameramen, the photographers, the people who did the live stream, the sound people, those who are managing the screen here, those who are in charge of refreshment. We also thank very specially the drivers, the security details outside, our personal aides, and all of the people who have contributed to the success of this event. Take it from me, from one of the most grateful men that I know, His Excellency Architect Obong Victor Attah. He's very appreciative of all of the contributions and the service of this event. And the chairman of the planning committee, Ambassador Gordon Osigali, asked that I say a big thank you to every single person who contributed to this event. We had started by committing the event to God. It is important that as we end, we also bring this to a close. So let me invite the Auxiliary Bishop of Abuja Catholic Archdiocese, the Most Reverend Anselm Morin, to please come to this microphone, my Lord, and bless us and say the closing prayers. My Lord, the Auxiliary Bishop of Abuja, please. Thank you very much. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take the picture after the closing prayers. After the closing prayers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Gracious Father, we thank you in a very special way this moment. We started with you, and as we come to the end, we want to acknowledge your goodness to us, your blessings of this day that has made this event successful. We ask that as we leave here and return back to our different homes, that you will go with us, that you will bless us, bless our families, bless all that we do. But above all, Lord, that you grant us a deep love that will enable us to love one another and help in building our country, Nigeria. We make our prayers through Christ our Lord. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.